all, welcome to Tech Forum. In this video, let us see how to set up AEM author and publish instances in WebLogic server. AEM comes with a standalone jar that have inbuilt Jetty server as a servlet engine. This provides the scalability for all the required scenarios. However, if required, we have an option to install AEM as a WAR file to the application server. Let us see how to set up an author and publish instances in WebLogic server. So we will be creating two manage servers, one for author and another one for publish server. So we will be setting up the machine with the node manager to control this servers from admin server via the console, via the admin console. As a prerequisite, so we should be installing JDK 1.8.51 and Oracle WebLogic 12.2.1. I am going to use AEM 6.4 VAR that supports WebLogic servers version 12.1.3 and 12.2.1. So I am going with WebLogic server 12.2.1. The JDK 1.8.51 is the requirement for WebLogic server 12.2.1. So I have already installed the JDK, required JDK and the WebLogic server. So now we need to, before we will proceed further, we need to perform some basic configuration in the server level in the server config.xml file. So the WebLogic server. So to disable the WebLogic specific HTTP basic authentication for AEM. So in this case, AEM will handle the basic authentication for the AEM module. So we are going to disable the WebLogic specific authentication. So let's see how to do that. We need to go to the config folder, the base domain. So open this config file. So now go down and locate this security configuration, the end tag. So before that, you need to add this particular configuration: enforce valid basic auth credentials equal to false. So I am going and appending this. Okay. The next step is that we need to change the memory setting for the server. I am going to do that in the domain level. So go inside this domain bin. So open this set domain env. So I have already did that. So go and locate the memory configuration place. So just go up a little bit. Yeah. So here I am already increased this to like a 2 GB. So two places I modified. One is this place and one is this place. Yeah. So accordingly you can do the changes. So now the now the required memory is increased. So now the server basic setup is ready. Let us go and start the server. So for that I am going and starting the server from here. So please note, this is going to be my user.home, the base domain folder path. So because I am going to start the server from here. So please keep a note of this. We will be referring this in the later in the video. So our data store repository will be always created under this user.home folder. But we will be able to change that let's see in the later in the video. So let me start my WebLogic server. Okay, now the WebLogic server is started. Let us go and create the required manage servers. I will go here and okay, let me access the server. So it's the first time, so the console application will be installed. Let's give a minute. Yeah, it's done. Take login. So yeah, now it's loaded. So go and environment on servers. We need to create two servers as already we discussed. Create a server new. I'm going to name this as author. I'm going to allocate the port 7003. Yeah, that's fine. Click on finish. Done. Create another server. This is going to be publish. Allocate the port 7004. Click on finish. Yeah, this is completed. Now as already we seen, we need to configure the machine with node manager to control the server. So let me go to this machines. I'm going to create there is a default machine 0 is there. Maybe I could have created already. So but ensure go into this servers. So the servers are added. So what was the server we created now? So I'm going and adding the author server. Okay, add another server, one more server, the publisher. Yeah. Added. So check the node manager. Yeah, so I am using SSL 547. That's all fine. That default configuration we can do it. Okay, the machine configuration is now completed. So now what we need to do is we need to like get the var file along with the license. So what we can do is like you can get that var this from the partner portal. So what you can do is you can access this particular link, Adobe legendstech.com. So this, but this will be a partner to get this var file. So here you have to fill the basic detail, your first name, last name. You have to give your corporate ID. So once that is done, so just to select which version you need and the application server deployment var file. So you will be receiving an email along with the var file and the link to download the var file and the license file. So once you receive that, you download and keep it ready. So the bar file, whatever you are going to receive is a basic one. So that will provide the following settings, default setting. The run mode is going to be author. So the default run mode. If you are going to install this is the var file I received. So let's say if I am going to install this var file into application server, my default run mode is going to be author. And also the CRX quick start is going to be installed under user.home folder. So then the third one is the context root is going to be this, the AEM underscore 6.4 underscore quick start. So but this behaviors can be changed. So in our case, obviously we have to do some configuration changes in the var file before deployment. Why? Because we are going to install author and publish in the same machine and also in the same domain, WebLogic domain. So we need to change the Sling home. Then also we need to to install the publisher, we need to change the run mode also. So again the data store path should be changed. So because data store path will be always going to be deployed in the user.home. I told you like where is our user.home. So always this is going to be created on the user.home. So we will be able to change that. Let us see now. Okay, now let us see how to install author instance. So for that what I'm going to do is like I'm going to create a folder. I created a folder here called author. So because I want to separate both author and publish, created a folder. So now I copied the license.properties and the quickstart.var. So as a first step I need to rename this var file with the name author. So this is going to be the new context root in the WebLogic server to access our author server. Okay, so now the file name is changed. Now we need to configure some of the items as what we discussed earlier. The sling.home. So I want to install my like CRXT quick start to a different folder, maybe under this author folder. And also data store path. As I told, data store path always go to a default location, user.home. It is not taking the sling.home. So because I want to install two instances in the same machine and the same WebLogic domain, so obviously I need to like customize that. So yeah, this is a true change for author server. Let us go and do that first. So okay, first for author, let me go into this folder. Yeah, I'm going into this folder. Okay, looks to be sorry. Put the CD twice. Already I got the CD there. Okay, CD. Now I want to extract that particular file .xml. I'm extracted, and now I will go and change. They will create a lineup folder here. I will go here. Yeah, so I'm going and changing. Here you will find one property name sling.home. I'm going and change the sling.home to my custom path. Okay, I changed this. So now what I need to do is I want to maybe let me update this into the var file. Okay, going and updating this author dot with this. Okay, it's updated now. Like next, as a next step, we need to do is we need to change the data store path. For that we need to execute this command. So that particular file, we need to do the configuration change in this file data store.config available under this web lineup resources config crx3 tar. So let me execute that. Okay, it's inflated that file. I will go inside resources conf. Yeah, I will go and edit this. So yeah, here one constraint is like you will not able to give the absolute path. I tried with that, but it's not taking the absolute path. If you give the absolute path, it's not working. So what I will do is like maybe I will attach here. This is my author instance. I will attach author here so that it will create in the user home. It will create a CRX quick start under that author. So same way for publisher we can create a folder with the name publisher. Okay, this is done. Now I need to even update this to the bar file. Okay, now the var file is modified. So now as a next step, what we need to do is we need to copy this modified var file to a server location. So I want to keep that particular the var file into this location, base domain packages CQ. So whatever the var file I am already having, I am going to remove that. Okay, let me keep it here. So under this CQ folder, create a folder with the name plan also. So now yeah, the var file is ready. So what now we need to do is we need to start the node manager. So that will help us to start the manage servers through console. So for that I will go inside the base domain. I will go to the bin. So there will be start node manager. Yeah, it started. So now go to the console servers. Okay, what I will do is like click on this. Control. Click on the author server. You click on start. Yeah, if the node manager setup everything is fine, this message you will be seeing. Otherwise, it will throw some error. Yeah, now let's wait for the author server. Author manage server to comes up. So it may take some time. Okay, the server is now running. So now as a next step, we need to deploy the var file. So for that, click on this deployments, install. Okay, so I'm already into that location. So select the author.var, click on next. This will take some time. Let's wait for that. Okay, here you click on install this deployment as an application. Click on next. Select this required manage server. So here we are installing the author server. So I selected author. Click on next. Here I am going to select this option. I will make the deployment accessible from the following location. So this is where our author.var is available. So we have different options. So this application can be copied to individual servers, but for me I want to I want to keep this in the common folder. Yeah, that's fine. Click on next. Again, this step is going to take some time. Let's wait for that. Okay, the deployment is success now. Let us try to access the server now. So it should be localhost. Our port is 7003. Then it will be author. Yeah. So you will be getting this error initially 503. So we need to wait for some time. The total it may take 10 to 15 minutes to complete the server setup. So this will be like this error 503 service unavailable will be changed to internal server error 500. Then after that sometimes you will be getting a message saying startup in progress. So after that you will see that you will be able to access the CRX-DB. So let's wait for that. Now we are seeing this 500 internal error, so that's fine. So we need to wait for some more time. After sometimes this error will change and you will be seeing the message saying startup in progress. Let's wait for that. Yeah, now the message got changed. Now it's getting displayed startup in progress. It may take another 5 minutes the server to come up. Okay, now the CRXT index.jsp is coming up. So the server setup is completely ready. So let me log in. Yeah, I'm able to log in. Let me access some other pages. So make sure like you are keeping this context root author. So after that you have to add the AEM URLs. So let me go to user admin. Yes, I am able to. Fine. Let me check the run mode setup. So for that let me access this URL. Okay, this is author URL. So okay, it's author and the run mode settings looking fine. Now let me go to maybe again site admin. let me open this en.html. Okay, the page is loaded as expected. So the author setup is looking fine. Now let us review the folders, how CRXT quick start looking in the folder structure. So this is a home, sling.home, what we set up. So now here if you see the CRX quick start, so you can see all the record folder along with the repository. The repository, under repository only the segment store is created. Already, as I already told, the data store is always created in the user.home. So the sling.home path is not used. So for that, let us go to the base domain. Yeah, here if you see now, there is a folder CRX quick start created. Under that there is a folder author, then repository, then data store. So now there is a two CRX quick start folder. One is for data store, another one is for other installation things. Okay, this the author setup is completed now. Now let us see how to install the publish instance. Okay, now for that again I will go back to my folder. I created another folder with the name publish. I have already copied this quickstart.var and license.properties. So let me first change the context root of this, the name of this file. It is now publish. So this is going to be the new context root to access the server. So earlier it was author, now it is going to be publish. So now again we need to configure the sling.home, and also we need to configure the data store path, because obviously author and publisher is going to be in the same server, same machine and the same domain. So one more configuration we need to perform here, that is called the run mode. So because as already we discussed, the default run mode is author, but here we are going to configure the publish instance, so we need to even change the run mode also. So let us go and do that. So for that, go to a command prompt. So we need to execute some setup commands. So first let me go to that folder. Okay, now let me first extract this web.xml. Okay, done. Let me go to that and open this web.xml, edit. Okay, first one is the sling.home. I need to change. So change the sling.home to this path, particular path. Okay, now next one we need to change is run mode. Sorry. Okay, run mode. Yeah, the default run mode is author. Just to change it to publish. Yeah, these are all the two changes over here. Yeah, both are completed. Now let me go and update this. Okay. Okay, the next step is, so we need to update the data store part. That should be under this. So let me execute this command again. So I'm extracting that data store. Yeah, file. So now if I go inside resource config. Okay, let me edit this file. So as already I told, like the absolute path was not accepting here, so instead of that I will put publish. So earlier we used author, so now this is publish instance. Again I need to go and update this. Okay, now the var file is modified. Now the next step is copy this modified var file to the domain folder. So I will go inside the basic domain, the same folder what we have created earlier, CQ. Okay, so now the var file is ready for deployment. Let us do the deployment. Go to this folder, click on deployment. Yeah, already I'm there. Install. Click on publish.var. Yeah, this is going to take some time. Let's wait. Yeah, click on this option. Install this deployment as an application. Click next. Select the publish manage server. Click next. And select this. I will make this. That's fine. Click on finish. Again, this step is going to take some time. Let's wait. Okay, the deployment is success now. Let's try to access the server. It's again same case. So initially we will be receiving the 503 error, then later like 500. After sometimes we will be seeing a message saying startup in progress. So it will take overall 15 to 20 minutes to the server completely start up. Anyway, let me try that now. Okay, it should be published now. Yeah, so it's giving. Okay, let's wait for some time. Oh, the port number was wrong. That is the reason it was showing 404. Let me change it to 7.4. Okay, let me check the server status. Oh, looks to be I did not start the server. Let me start this server. Go to control. Please. Yeah, start. Yeah, this will take some time because like now the deployment has to now all the steps will until all the steps are completed. This server status will be shown as starting. Let's wait for that. Yeah, now we started receiving this error 503. The server is almost started. Now let's wait for some more time. Yeah, the status is running. So now the repository should be configured. So maybe you will be seeing the error, the 500 error after this. So let's wait for some more time. Yeah, now we are getting this 500 internal server error. So now the status has to change it to startup in progress. Yeah, let's wait for some more time. The server startup is in progress, so it will take another 5 minutes. Okay, we are able to access the CRFT right now. So let us log in. Okay, that's fine. Let me try to access some other URLs. Okay, that's fine. Now let me access the link settings. Okay, that is fine. Port number is 4. Okay, so yeah, the run mode is fine now. It is published. So let me access the default page. Maybe that just to go and copy this until the context root. Okay, so the page is loading. So looks to be the server is fine. So now parallelly author and publisher instance is running. So if you see here 7003 port with author. So the run mode is author. Then 7004 the run mode is published and you are able to access the publish server. Okay, let us review the folders now. So I will go inside CRX quick start. So this is the under base domain. Here the data store is created. Now if we see now another folder is created here, publish. We go inside repository data store. Yeah, data store is here. Same way for author the data store is available under author folder, repository data store. Now let me go under another folder AEM where we sling.home folder. So var If you see here under publish folder, now CRX quick start is created. So all this required configuration files along with the segment store is created. So we have already reviewed this author one. So CRX quick start. So now two instances are parallelly set up in the same system under single WebLogic domain. So but we have pointed to two different servers. Okay, so in this video we have seen how to set up AEM author and publish instances in same WebLogic domain with a different managed server. So but you will be able to install this into the same server also, even in admin server. So but I thought of going with a different server so that you can easily manage. So but you need to do some setup changes because of you are going with the same server, that's link.home and the data store path. So otherwise it both will conflict and you will not be able to configure the server successfully. Okay, thanks for watching the video.